going to be immortal. Because in those new bodies will be put, in the inward parts, the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Meaning those bodies that we be equipped with upon salvation, upon deliverance, will be perfect. We will never sin again. Right? That's the whole reason we're going to be immortal. Because the wages of sin is death. But if there's no sin, there's going to be no death. And that immortality is only going to be accessible, so to speak. The Israelites are the only ones who are going to be blessed with that immortality. Because the rest of these other nations are going to still be sinning. They're going to still be going off, which is why they're going to have to be ruled. They're going to have to be corrected. They're going to have to be chastened and judged. We endure to the end, man. That immortality ain't far off. Romans chapter 8, verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity. Right? Look into that word vanity. Right? And the creature is talking about creation. We're the creation. When I looked at this word vanity, look at the second definition. It says uselessness, futility, pointlessness, worthlessness, purposelessness, man. Right? Profitlessness. The scriptures speak about also, man, the flesh profiteth nothing. We've been made subject to this flesh that profiteth nothing. This flesh only inherits corruption and vanity, things that are useless. Right? These bodies that we imprisoned in are called the chains of darkness for a reason. Because this flesh is wicked. This flesh only knows. That's why our spirit and our flesh is always fighting or battling. Scripture speak about that, man. That the flesh is weak, but the spirit is wicked. Our flesh and our spirit are warring against one another. Because the flesh wants to do wickedness and wants to dwell in pleasure, right, for itself, while our spirit wants to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Our spirit wants righteousness. We subject to the vanity, the uselessness of this flesh, man. Meaning the things that this flesh lusts after, they're not profitable in the sense of seeking Yahweh Shem Yahushua or doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But we subject to those things. It says, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. All right, and that the fact that we subject to that vanity means, that makes us the prisoners of hope, man. Hoping that, first of all, we have mercy of from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that we may eventually be delivered from these bodies of death, man. These bodies of sin. Because as long as we sin, the more we're gonna keep dying. The elder brought this out, man. When you born, you basically, from the day you born, you expect to die. Because you born in sin. So, it's like, we want to be right, we want to be perfect. That the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption with the redemption of our body. So we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why does he yet hope for? We don't see perfection right now. So that's why we hope in hope. We don't see everlasting life at this time. All we see is corruption. All we see is sin. All we see is vanity. All we see is grief. We don't see peace. We don't see the king. So that's what we hope for, man. That's what we have faith in. That's why we do the works that we do. Because our hope is in that peace. But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it, man? So as it says in the scriptures also, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. Because with that salvation is going to come that peace. It's going to come that immortality. It's going to come that salvation, that perfection. So we understand that it's a journey that we must go through before we get to that point. Isaiah 40 and verse 28, hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary, neither is no searching of his understanding. There is no searching of his understanding. Right? He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Right? And the Lord is the one that bringeth up, that taketh down. So what do you think he's going to do for his elect? The scriptures say he hath care for his elect. So if it's a certain amount of Israelites that's doing things that's pleasing unto the Lord, that's acceptable in his sight, what do you think the Lord is going to do for them? And starting with the men. The Lord is going to bless them. The Lord is going to increase them. The Lord is going to give them power. And to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. Right? Because it's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that gives the strength. You can't go and strengthen yourself. It's not going to work. You can't buy immortality. You can't go try to search for it and obtain it yourself. It has to be given. We are sinners. We sin every day. The only way we will not be able to sin is if the Lord puts it in us not to sin, man. And right now, again, we're subject to that vanity. It says, they that mount up the wings, they shall mount up the wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint. That's when we get those perfect bodies, and we're gonna be in tip-top shape forever, man. We're not gonna get tired. We're gonna be able to fly. Like brothers always make videos and do lessons about. We're gonna be like the real superheroes. Beyond the superheroes that we see on these shows and comic books and stuff. We're gonna be the true superheroes of the earth, man. Everybody with all by some y'all shot. With true power. And we're gonna have that privilege, that blessing forever. Sirach chapter 2, verse 9. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. So if we hoping for everlasting joy and mercy, everlasting, look at the definition. lasting forever or for a long time? No, ain't for a long time. It's forever, eternal, never-ending, endless, perpetual, undying. Look, immortal, immutable, infinite, enduring, man, relentless, so on and so forth. Right? So if we hoping for everlasting or eternal or infinite joy and mercy, that means we have to be infinite and everlasting and eternal right along with that joy and mercy. Why would we hope for something that we're not going to be able to enjoy, that we're not going to be able to experience in its fullness? Oh, if that's the case, then we just gonna we just go back into the world and enjoy the things of this world, because the things of this world is temporal. What's the point of hoping for immortality and everlasting joy and mercy if you're not going to be able to enjoy it everlastingly, if that's a word? If that's the case, why we just have our pleasures on this earth? Go receive our consolation in this earth? No. That's the reason we labor in this work. That's why we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? First and foremost, because we don't want to be destroyed. But secondly, we understand that it's a promise. It's a reward in doing doing this work. We don't have to die in order to get it, because 2/3 of our people are going to have to die and then be born into those immortal baby bodies. But they have to go through a world of hurt, a world of pain first. We don't want to have to go through that. We want to be, beamed up into the chariots and being told by Yahweh Shah that he's proud of us and be crowned. We don't want to have to go through the pain, the death, the second death. So that everlasting joy and mercy, in order to fully experience that and fulfill that, we have to be everlasting as well. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. The Most High have care for his elect, and the righteous are only going to be, or the elect is only going to be the righteous. This is, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery, and their going from us to be utter destruction. But they are in peace. We have a sense of peace. We have a sense of comfort in a world where we're afflicted, we're burdened, we struggling, we go through tribulation, we go through adversity, we lose a lot of things, we forsake a lot of things, we sacrifice a lot of things, all for the sake of Yahweh. But none of those things, they can bring you a temporary peace. They can bring you a sense of peace. It may not even really truly bring you peace. It brings you the sense of peace, the illusion of peace. We have true peace in Yahweh through the Spirit, having His word, having His truth, forsaking all those other things that the flesh cares about. Because we know that this is going to be this is temporary, right along with the rest of those things that people seeking and that the people have and that they're going after. Yeah, they may have things that we in the flesh that we may want. They may be going places we want to go. They may be doing things we may want to do in the flesh. But hey, that's temporary. Those people are only going to be happy, if they even are truly happy, for a short time. And then it's going to be a world of hurt. It's going to be misery. It's going to be a time of mourning, a time of great death in the earth. But those who departed from those things, those who left off from those things and forsook those things to pursue Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, to seek righteousness, we will be protected. We will be provided for when the rest of the world is lacking. We will be delivered when the rest of the world is being destroyed. And I don't mean the rest of the world, but particularly here in America, Babylon the Great, man. There's going to be a great slaughtering in this so-called country, this wicked kingdom. Verse 2, in the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is there hope. But that word hope again, full of immortality. That's what we fight for. That's what we working for. That's what we labor for. First Corinthians 15:50. Now this I say, brethren, flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. That means these bodies, this carnal flesh that we in. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. So the kingdom is going to be completely incorruptible, never to be tainted or flawed in any kind of way. But these bodies are full of flaws. This body is polluted, it's corrupted, it's tainted. It's not worthy. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. And that's talking about the elect. Right? Now, you have members of the elect that are going to sleep and die. You have some of the elect members that's going to die for the testimony of Yahushua. You have members of the elect that's already dead. Okay, we shall not all sleep. Not all of us are going to die. From these bodies that we in. It's more of a transition. But it's not going to be death. It says, but behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. Meaning in an instant. Faster than you can blink. At the last trump, man, when that last horn be sounded, right before the destruction, right? For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, right? For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Because in order for them that be raised incorruptible, as well as those that remain on the earth, those who are of the elect, in order to get into those, to be into those chariots, you have to be incorruptible. Right? The angels are incorruptible. The angels control those chariots. They're in those chariots. So in order for us to be beamed up, we have to be incorruptible too. These bodies can't withstand or handle, for lack of better words, all of that glory, man. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, meaning when our bodies be changed from this vile flesh to the perfect bodies, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Right? So yeah, we're no longer, just like Yahushua conquered death, we're gonna, Lord willing, we be able to elect, we're gonna conquer death also. We'll be changed. We're not gonna sin anymore. We're gonna be perfect. So death is not gonna have control over us anymore. It's not gonna have dominion over us anymore. We're gonna have the victory over death. It says, "Oh death, where's thy sting? Oh grave, where's thy victory? The sting of death is sin." Right? The wages of sin is death. And the strength of sin is the law. Right? Because keeping the law keeps you from death. We know that we don't keep the law perfectly, but to the best of our abilities, we keep the law. Right? The law is established so that you may live anyway. 1 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 5:1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of the Most High. I want to look at that word dissolved. Read it in the NLT first. 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 1. And if you look at the top, it says what? New bodies. It says, for we, and it's the NLT, it says, for we know that when this earthly tent we live in is taken down, right? When this flesh is shed, right? When the spirit is separated from this flesh, it says that is, when we die and leave this earthly body, we will have a house in heaven, an eternal body made for us by the Most High Himself and not by human hands. That's not to say that this flesh that we in now was made by human hands, but it's to say that the bodies that we're gonna have is gonna be glorious. It's gonna be completely perfect and incorruptible. Right? And that's just, using that analogy because we are considered the tabernacle, the tabernacles of the Most High, man. The temple. And you have physical temples that are built with hands, and you have spiritual temples. Right? But we those spiritual temples. But the temple that we're gonna get, man, is gonna be far beyond the ones that we in now, that we have now. Continuing on, I'm gonna start from 1 again in KJV. It says, for we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of the Most High, and house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. Earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house which is from heaven. And yeah, we longing, man. We anxious to receive that earthly tabernacle, to get out of this corruptible. It says, if so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked. Look into that. We'll see what that word says. Swallowed up in victory. Right? To be mortal is to die. 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 42. He answered me and said, this present life is not the end, but much glory doth abide. Therefore they have prayed for the people, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Right? The day of doom is the day of the Lord, man. When the Lord pours out His indignation upon the earth. That final judgment comes. Alright? And then this time that we in is this current world. coming to an end. The season of wickedness, the season of unrighteousness. Verse 43, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. All right, and that's only for the Israelites again, because it's still going to be mortality when it comes to the other nations, the heathens, anyone who's not an Israelite. Corruption is only going to be passed for Israel. Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And again, we know that Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So that New Jerusalem coming down is us as Israelites, the elect to be exact, being refreshed, being renewed, having those new bodies, being perfect. Right? Ready to serve Yahweh Shem, ready to be finally accepted in the eyes of the Lord. And the Lord is going to be ready to receive us. As a man is ready to receive his bride. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. Alright, and did it not say we're going to receive a new house, new tabernacle made from the heavens? It says, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their God. Right? He's going to be our power. The Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death. So if there's no more death, what does that mean? Immortal. Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. Neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. The former things that we were subject to are going to be no longer. We're no longer going to be subject to those things, because that was a part of this flesh. That was the word slipped my mind. Basically, that had to do with this flesh that we in now. So when we receive the new body, the new extraterrestrial bodies, those bodies are not going to be subject to pain and sorrow and grief and negative emotions and thoughts and things of that nature, and death ultimately. Because we're going to know just how to please Yahweh Shem perfectly, the right way this time. And we're going to be completely in peace. It's going to be joy forever. First John 3:1. Behold what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it does not appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Right? And how is he? Perfect. And even that word, I don't feel that word perfect is strong enough to define the perfection of Yahweh Shem. But we're going to be like the Most High. We were made to be in his image. We were made to be like him. Right? But we know that we had to go through that process of learning right from wrong, knowing both sides of the spectrum, so to speak, so that we may understand and then ultimately just be perfect. So we know how to be those rulers, those servants. We know how to be servants before we know how to be rulers. Right? Because humility goes before honor. We had to go through our John chapter 10 and 34, Yahweh Shah answered them, is it not written in your law? I said ye are gods, right? So just like it said in 1 John, we shall be like him. So we gonna be like many Yahwehs, right? Many Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shahs, man. Right? Because we are gods. Lesser gods, but we are gods nonetheless. 2nd Esdras 2 and 42. I Esdras upon the Mount Zion I Esdras saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. Right? We're gonna be singing in joy until Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Right? It says, and in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns. And this is talking about the 144,000 men. Right? Those men are going to receive those crowns. It's going to be a ceremony. And was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal. Off that corruption and put on the incorruption. Went from being imperfect to perfect. Went from being unworthy to being worthy. It says, and have confessed the name of Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Now are they crowned and receive palms. And those palms are symbolic, or they represent victory. Victory over death, man, over sin, over corruption, over mortality. Lord willing. I just wanted to touch on that through the Spirit. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the hope of the elect. And with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shah, B'Shem B'Kakadash. Of honors unto the apostles and elders, the great millstone. And salutations, peace, blessings, and safety to those who elect. Ba'Babal, Makom Yashala.